All right, let's dive into something that's been making waves recently. Trump media reporting a staggering $238 million loss. But here's the twist. It's not just about social media. It's heavily tied to the crypto market crash. Personally, I think this story is a perfect example of how risky it can be to mix politics, media, and speculative investments like crypto. It's like watching a high-stakes game where the rules keep changing and everyone's trying to figure out who's holding the winning hand. What makes this really interesting is the timing. Trump media's loss comes at a moment when the crypto market has been in freefall. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a financial loss. It's a strategic misstep. The company tried to pivot into crypto, which, in my opinion, was a bold move, but one that backfired spectacularly. It's almost like they bet big on a volatile market without a solid backup plan. And now, they're paying the price. One thing that immediately stands out is the scale of the loss. $238 million is no small number, especially when you compare it to the $1.7 million in revenue they managed to bring in. What many people don't realize is that this revenue is actually up 89% from last year, which, on paper, sounds impressive. But when you're losing 10 times that amount, it's like taking one step forward and 10 steps back. This raises a deeper question. Was the crypto venture a desperate grab for growth, or was it a calculated risk that went wrong? From my perspective, the crypto angle here is just the tip of the iceberg. Trump Media is essentially a crypto holdings firm masquerading as a media company. Marcus Thielen from 10X Research hit the nail on the head when he said that. What this really suggests is that the company's core identity is in crisis. Are they a media platform, a crypto investor, or something else entirely? And more importantly, does their audience even care about these ventures? Now, let's talk about Truth Social, the platform at the center of all this. They recently launched a service that gives Wall Street traders faster access to Trump's posts. On the surface, it sounds like a genius way to monetize influence. But here's where it gets messy. Trump's family is the majority shareholder. So, is this a legitimate business move, or is it ethically questionable? Personally, I think it's a fine line they're walking, and it's bound to raise eyebrows, especially when you consider the potential for insider trading. What's even more fascinating is how they're framing this as a new revenue stream. I mean, sure, it could work in theory, but it feels like they're grasping at straws. The interim CEO, Kevin McGurn, seems optimistic, but optimism doesn't always translate to results. If you ask me, they need more than just momentum. They need a clear strategy that doesn't rely on crypto or controversial monetization schemes. If you take a step back and think about it, this whole situation is a microcosm of the broader challenges facing media companies today. Everyone's trying to diversify, but not every diversification strategy is created equal. Trump media's foray into crypto feels like a cautionary tale about the dangers of overextending yourself. It's not just about chasing the next big thing. It's about understanding whether that big thing aligns with your core mission. So where does this leave us? Personally, I think Trump Media is at a crossroads. They've got $2 billion in assets, but their losses are overshadowing any potential gains. The question now is whether they can refocus on their social media mission without getting distracted by shiny new ventures. And honestly, I'm not convinced they can. But hey, that's just my take. What do you think? Is Trump Media a sinking ship, or do they still have a chance to turn things around? Let me know in the comments below.